Hello friends, and welcome to today's episode. Many people have negative preconceptions about those who are homeless. While we can empathize with the homeless person's plight, we tend to believe that any large sum of money discovered by a homeless person would be wasted. Many people in precarious living situations require financial support in order to meet basic needs such as food and clothing, and to cover more long-term housing costs. Two homeless women recently discovered several $1,000s and promptly decided to return it to its rightful owner. George, a man from San Jose, and his two dogs were van dwellers in an encampment. There, he hung out with other people who were, in a technical sense, homeless like himself. George wasn't alone in his grief because of the tight-knit group he and his friends had created. All of George's belongings, including his dogs, were destroyed in a fire that broke out in his van the night before Thanksgiving. Residents of the camp wasted no time in getting to work on extinguishing the blaze. The two dogs were saved, but it appears George's things were left behind. George's friends saved his dogs, but he lost everything else he owned and was utterly devastated by this. He claimed he had been putting money aside for years so he could finally pay a visit to his loved ones. He would never get another chance to see them. Two of his friends, however, would completely change his fortunes. Two homeless women named Gretchen Pace and Kimberly Williams, who shared George's encampment, decided to search the debris for any of George's cash. They looked for hours under every piece of debris, unfolded every scrap of fabric, and opened every container to make sure they hadn't missed anything. Then, by sheer good fortune, Gretchen found some money hidden under a blanket, and Kimberly discovered a metal tin containing cash. Although the serial numbers on some of the damaged bills were still legible, they could not be used. Good news, George had enough to make it home to see his folks. George, in disbelief at his good fortune, offered Kimberly and Gretchen a portion of the funds as thanks for their generosity. They said no because they hadn't seen their own families in years and wanted him to have that opportunity. He resisted and insisted that he at least feed them. They agreed on coffee, a donut, and a pack of cigarettes. The story was picked up by the local news, which hailed the two women as heroes. They both insist they aren't heroes, just good friends who want what's best for their mutual acquaintance. When people hear their story, they want to know if it will inspire them to help their own friends. It's simple to pass judgment on others based on their outward appearance or lifestyle, but we must never lose sight of the fact that good, selfless, heroic people can be found anywhere. That's it for today, friends. Please let us know what you think about this story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time for more amazing stories.